Hello, friends, and welcome to Load of Crock. Summer is here, and for me, summer means a handful of things like warmer weather, tan feet, sunshine, lakes, beaches, and basil. Did she say basil? I said basil. Basil is one of my favorite parts of summer, and to further that, pesto. And I've got this thing where I have a neighbor who makes homemade pesto in vats, and I reap the reward. I'm not arguing. It's fantastic. So, in honor of summer and all things summer, beaches, water, sun, tan feet, basil, pesto, and great neighbors who make it for you, we're making chicken pesto pasta. So, friends, first, a big thank you to my neighbor Molly for contributing to my long-standing relationship with and extreme fondness for basil and making me the homemade pesto. Not only is it homemade, it is fantastic. So thank you. Now, with this recipe, there are going to be a few steps, but as always with the recipes I share, I can promise you they are very simple and I will break them down to make them super easy. Step one, find a neighbor that makes you homemade pesto. Okay, I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be homemade pesto. In fact, I've done this before with store-bought pesto and it's really, really good. So super easy way to reduce one step. You don't have to make your homemade pesto, but if you can find somebody who does, don't say no. Okay? The other steps include chicken and a few ingredients, letting them cook, shredding up the chicken, cooking noodles, adding your noodles, and then some extra cheese, mixing it up and letting it sit. I know it sounds simple when I talk it out, but even when you watch it, I promise it's going to be equally as simple. So let's sit back. Let's think about some of all of our favorite things of summer. And if it happens to be basil, all the better. And watch as I put together this chicken pesto pasta. For this recipe, you'll need pasta, chicken, butter, pesto, lemon, mozzarella and Parmesan cheese, and salt and pepper and basil to taste. Grab your crock pot, spraying the sides and the bottom, and then add your 3 to 4 chicken breasts. Season them with the salt and pepper. And then following this, you'll take about 3/4 of that full cup of pesto, and you'll try and coat each chicken breast as best you can. After you've gotten each breast coated with the pesto, sprinkle a little bit of basil over each. Then grab your cut up butter and add on top of the chicken. Squeeze half a lemon over the top of it and then place your crock pot on low for 4 hours. After the 4 hours, shred your chicken, squeezing the other half of the lemon over it at that time. Then add your Parmesan cheese and your cooked pasta of choice. Once you've got all of the pasta in, give everything a good mix. After it's all nicely mixed up, grab the rest of the pesto that remains and add that in. Then give the mixture another mix. And finally, you'll add your 2 cups of mozzarella over the top, placing it back on low for another 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, friends, so a few steps as you saw, but hopefully you're still feeling confident in my promise that it's still really simple. A couple of serving options that I really want to share with all of you. Eating it right out of the crock pot. I did it with a little bit of olive oil and some crushed pepper, and it was so fantastic. So, so good. But I found out this wonderful new thing the next day. I decided to try it cold. I added a little olive oil, a little bit more pesto, mixed it all up, and ate it cold like a cold pasta salad, and it was equally as good. So I think this is pretty important. With it being summer and picnics and barbecues and all of that, as a cold pasta salad, this could be key to getting everyone on board with the basil pesto idea and that reminding you of summer. Now, as it relates to this chicken pesto pasta, I'm really hopeful you can get on board that basil and pesto are triggers of summer And I was really hopeful because I thought I'd created a new like trending hashtag, which is pesto is the besto. Turns out it's pretty popular already, but I won't take credit for it. But what I will do is just say pesto is the besto. Check out this chicken pesto pasta.